Welcome back to the Fire Burns Within channel. Time for today's review. The mighty Sabaton's new album is released. This is the 9th Sabaton studio album, and it's the sequel to The Great War, which was released back in 2019, just before the pandemic actually. The band, I think they said in interviews, Joachim said that there was a lot to sing about in World War One. They just felt they weren't quite finished with the World War One stories. There was more to sing, and so they were in lockdown, obviously, like all the other bands. So they started writing more music, ready for a new album, also in the World War One realm. So yes, so basically I'm gonna do a review of the album. I've got the album here. I actually bought the history version, but I'm not doing the history version review. I'm just doing the straight review, but I bought this on release date. This is a very nice package. It comes in a digibook. I actually really like the narrator, I should add. Her voice is really good. Obviously we got used to her on The Great War, so we know what she sounds like, and she's continuing on this. I actually haven't heard the history version, only the songs at the end, which is got hers, and there's one at the beginning which I'm not reviewing. It's the track Sarajevo at the beginning, but that's not in the regular version, so that won't go in the review. So anyway, let's just quickly get on with this before this is too long and bores people. Stormtroopers, this is a killer opener, upbeat, pacey. The chorus is like, it's mighty and powerful, great melody. What a start. Track 2 is Dreadnought. This track has taken a little bit of time to grow on me. It's slowly doing so. It's a slow tempo, moodier track. The chorus is pretty sort of epic and majestic, but it takes a while to grow, but it is getting there. It's getting, you know, the more I listen to it, the more I like Dreadnought. Track 3 is the Unkillable Soldier. One of the latest singles released pre to the album release. This is a galloping, fast-paced, classic Sabaton track. This is what they're very good at. The story is also very interesting, about a British soldier who basically fought in many battles and was sort of injured and hurt and this and that. If you watch the video, you'll see the story of this soldier, and basically he refused to die. He just many scrapes with death. He's like a cat with 9 lives. But the Unkillable Soldier, a great upbeat, catchy, typical Sabaton song. Track 4 is Soldier of Heaven. This was another one of the early singles. This is a slow tempo, moody song. Very emotional song about soldiers dying on icy mountains, stuck in the mountains on guard and not being able to escape, so having to die on an icy mountain. This song has sort of a slow tempo feel. It reminds me of Battle Beasts songs where they use that sort of synthy 80s drum sound. Sabaton use it on this track as well, so it sort of reminds me of one of the Battle Beast songs, and it is a very good song as well. Track 5 is called Hellfighters. This is by far the heaviest song on the album. This is literally the heaviest I think Sabaton has ever sounded. I mean, the main riff, when it kicks in, it's galloping, it's heavy, it's almost thrash metal. It's not thrash, of course, but it's sort of heavy galloping. Joachim, he sounds really sort of manly, he sounds quite aggressive. Really enjoy this track. He sings very passionately. The chorus comes along and it's sort of Joachim sounds, his voice sounds multi-tracked. It sounds really widescreen, really epic, really cool. So I really enjoy Hellfighters. Track 6 is Race to the Sea. Back to mid-tempo Sabaton. Sabaton are masters at songs like this. This song reminds me of one of my favourite Sabaton songs, Carol S. Rex, from previous albums. It's got that same feel to it. The chorus on Race to the Sea is just seriously catchy. I love the chorus. I mean, it's just epic. It's just awesome to listen to. Track 7 is Lady of the Dark, and then we arrive at this great track. Wow, I just love Lady of the Dark. It's so damn catchy. It's got a very interesting story about this sort of fierce fighting female who fought alongside men by tricking her way into the army, like disguising herself as a man and then swapping with her brother and fighting in the Serbian army. I mean, she was some kind of badass fighting chick. Wow, what a story. And the chorus on this one is just, it's another mighty chorus. Like, when will Sabaton run out of the mighty chorus? Not anytime soon, not anytime soon. So track 8 is The Valley of Death, and So It Continues. I absolutely love this song. This song reminds me of one of my all-time favorite Sabaton songs, which is White Death from quite a while ago now, one of the earlier albums. This song is upbeat, fast, great bouncy riffs, great pacey drums, awesome stuff. Another very, very catchy chorus on this one. This one is about the heroism of Bulgarian troops in a battle in 1917. A major battle in 1917. The melodic solo in this song is also just great to listen to. Pure eargasm, that solo. I love it. Track 9 is Christmas Truce. This was released obviously some time ago. Everyone knows the story behind this one. It's one of the most famous stories of World War One. They made a nice video for this one. This may be my least favorite on the album, but I still really like it. It's still really nice, emotional, it's melodic, but it's still probably my least favorite on the album. Or, you know, vying with maybe Dreadnought as my least favorite, although I really like them as well. So I'd still say they were 8 out of 10 songs, but you know, you can't like every track exactly the same. And then we head to the last track on the album, which is the track Versailles, the only track on the main normal album with the narration. Like I said, the history version I need to listen to hear more of the narration, and obviously the opening track Sarajevo as well. Anyway, Versailles is a great track. The chorus is really catchy. To me, I really enjoy her narration, the way that Lady narrates. I think it sounds good. It fits very well. Obviously, we're used to her from the Great War, and she was on that. And I really enjoy the history edition of the Great War. I think when they finally get to play live, this would be a great live set closer. I mean, I doubt if they'll play this live, but for me, I think it would be good to hear this as a live set closer, and it's sort of like a conclusion to the sort of the double album World War One period of the band. So my final thoughts of the album before this video gets too long. The sequel to The Great War is just a fantastic album. I mean, if you like power metal, if you like Sabaton, you're gonna love this album. There's no getting away from it. You know, everything that they're known for is, you know, all present and correct. All the boxes are ticked. The Sabaton boxes, the choirs, the epic riffs, Joachim's vocals, just the drama of it all. You know, it's all there. You know, they decided to continue the themes from the Great War, which is great for me. I mean, they picked some great stories to tell. I mean, I need to delve deeper a little bit into some of the stories in these songs, so I will do that with time, following the lyrics and continuing to read stories about it online and so on. To me, this album is better than The Great War. It's got bigger hooks. It's just, I don't know, the inspiration is a little bit more even. I mean, I love The Great War. It's a great album, no doubt about it, but I don't know if it's the freshness of The War to End All Wars or what it is. It just seems very inspired. It's like, you know, they hunkered down and wrote the best possible songs they could, and they really delivered. You know, I really enjoyed this album. It's probably, I don't know, it could be in the top 3 Sabaton albums of all time. You know, definitely in the top half, 3 or 4 definitely, and could be in the top 3. I mean, I haven't considered it, compared it with other albums, but just by the freshness and the quality of the songs, these are my feelings. So my final rating for this album is 9 out of 10. It's a killer album. You know, it's an awesome album. What can I say? It's Sabaton to the max. All hail the mighty Sabaton.